What's going on, YouTube? This is your melanated warrior, Heavy Heinous, and it's another installment of Facts Over Feelings. Leave your feelings at the door so we can get to the facts. We kind of left off on, we were talking about sand. We mentioned that, a lot of of our misfortunes are coming from the fact that we don't embrace, or we choose not to embrace, our real religion, which is our science too as well, right? And the fact of the matter is, because of that, they've been able to create all these industries, right, and rule over these industries, and then in turn, by default, champion themselves as leaders of the free world, simply because if these are the individuals advancing human evolution, then why should they not be considered as such? That's what they're thinking, and you have to understand that. So what are we doing? We as revolutionaries have been fighting and saying, okay, well, you have been standing on the shoulders of giants. You have been thieves, murderers, liars, deceivers, warmongers, weapons of mass destruction in human form, or so-called human form. And see, when the plight and when the devastation has been wrought for so long, it'll be insane or incredulous for us to sit up here and continue to try to entertain the same route or walk the same path in order to achieve liberation. Now, this is the thing, the thing is, like we were talking about, we were dealing with sand, and, a lot of people know that if you take a look at some of those other videos, we've already highlighted that. We talked about the carbon-14 group, and we talked about carbon, silica, germanium, tin, and lead, and, we got to make sure that we understand that that is a family. They typically usually behave the same. They have a huge impact on one another, and the thing is when, they come into contact with one another, because carbon likes to bond with everything that it can get its hands on, and lead is of a lower vibration. It does us a grave disservice. And remember what we said that you could be around somebody, you could be sitting in the same room around the same amount of lead, and you would absorb that lead 600% more than a European and 300% more than a so-called Mexican. I'll get on a so-called Mexican, and it's the reason why I said that. Oh, we about to go, you know how we always go in. Always bring heat. You see what I'm saying? So the reality of it is that, like we said, they built whole industries based off of our ignorance because we had no connection to it. They did this for a reason. They made sure that the information didn't resonate with us. Right? We're in school. You're in organic chemistry class. You can't wait. You falling asleep. What the hell am I talking about? Stereoisomerism, electron configurations and ions and protons, neutrons, electrons, atomic numbers. And you like, man, what the hell? My head hurt. How am I gonna use this? And the devil like, yeah, how you gonna use it? Don't use it. I'll use it. I'll make all your guns and I'll make all your cars, and I'll make all your plastics, and I'll make all your gasoline, and I'll make all your electricity. I'll do all that. Yeah, you ignore that. Sit your small little brain down and shout and dance in church. That's what you do. Leave the big stuff up to me. You see what I'm saying? So really what I was, what we're trying to warn the melanated gods and goddesses about is the weapon that they're going to use against you. And like I said, my references that I use, my sources will always be their movies, because this is one of the reasons why I remember we talked about it. And I always say this all the time when a lot of people say, oh, Hollywood movies been sucking over the last 10, 50, because Hollywood don't make movies to entertain you. Yeah, to ensnare you, to once in a while, maybe they will, the action movies and stuff, they know that there's, but for the most part, Hollywood's job is to get the message across. That's Hollywood's job. Okay, like I said before, like I remember when I worked at the movie theater in Atlanta, and M. Night Shyamalan movie came out, The Happening, and everybody, I remember, people went, because you have to wait as people exited the theater and stuff, obviously, to clean it, because I was ushering, I did everything. I was maintenance manager at that theater, and I did a number of jobs. I was a Jamaican at that damn theater. But you could hear the mumblings when they came out the theater. Oh, man, that movie was whack, man. That movie, trees blowing in the air, and leaves blowing in the air, the trees, he talking about this, that, and the other. I mean, people were disappointed, like they wasted their money. But what was the thing? The trees, nature began to turn on human beings, releasing a neurotoxin. Because the scientists even pointed out in the movie, like tobacco plants actually release a chemical that cause wasp or some sort of insects to come and attack, a bug or a parasite. You see, it can control other insects. Plants have that capability. Did you not know that? You need to catch up. So, of course, it's there because they have to tell you exactly what's going on, right? And so that's why I encourage you. Like, if I give you sources, I definitely want you to entertain that, those sources, because it'll help to clarify my position. And it all, obviously, the end game will be to bring all of this to light, to give you a little bit more clarity so that you are able to achieve a higher level of awareness. And with that being said, when we're talking about, the weapon that they have, been able to make highly effective in terms of its mortality rate is rabies. Now, mind you, those scientists that died on those airplanes a while back, the Malaysia, all that, yeah, they talked about that. See what I'm saying? And that's why I told you, just go watch. If you just pause this video right now, or if you wait till at the end and you go and watch the introductory credits in the movie World War Z, you'll see that first 2.5 minutes, those videos that start off with the bat, I mean, all the images, people wearing masks, everything that's taking place now. Remember, that movie came out in 2013. Okay? So they, it more or less, starts to pick up where, the dogs, and you start seeing these movements, weird movements and stuff like that with the dogs, because obviously rabies are affecting them, because we have to understand what rabies does. It affects the brain. It's an inflammatory disease, or virus as they claim. But, we already know. Come on, we even after break that, I will touch on that. So I'm not going to say that I'm not. But for right now, I'm just going to leave it blank, and I'm just speak in general terms. And we're just going to talk about as it is. As we all know, rabies, it affects the brain. Okay, all mammals. Like I said before, all mammals. All right. So, when you see the mammals, different types of animals that are obviously mammals that come up dead, this is rabies affecting the brain. And then you'll have these scientists claim, oh, we don't know what's going on, how they're turning up dead. We've already showed you. We know bats get it. Okay. Dogs get it. Any mammal can get it. So like I said before, understand this, and I'll reiterate this. This is the 6th wave of extinction. Do you think that when shit all hits the fan, it's just going to be humans infected by this? You'll have to war with every living thing that is capable of being a predator. Because because rabies makes you violent. Rabies makes you violent. Remember, and the Lunar New Year has just started not too long ago. Remember, we talked about lunacy. It makes you violent. Okay? In Sanskrit, I think it's called the rabhas. All right? Which means to become violent. All right? And let me see. Let me make sure, because I want to make sure that you guys get this and get it correctly. I want to make sure that you guys get it correctly, because it is important for you to understand that that's exactly what's going to take it to the next level. You see, and like I said, it means violent in Sanskrit, or to become violent, and in Latin, it is robere, I believe, which is to rage. And in Greek, it is lysa or something like that, which is to become violent. So no matter how you cut, slice, and dice it, it is to become violent, to rage, to become enraged. Let's get it. Let's show some. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like I said, 1976 Copyright Act, Section 107 is for purposes of commentary, criticism, news reporting, education, and, obviously with me, is to help wake your ass up. All right, hold on one second.
That's what he was doing before, Matt.
Yeah, now he's gonna double almost backwards.
I got a hold of DNR. They're supposed to call me back.
Well, Pam got a hold of DNR earlier, and they told her to call somebody. Who? Yeah, who? So, yeah, that's right. See, if it wasn't so damn close to those cars.
Yeah.
Now he'll start going in circles again, but he's having a seizure is what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
He came right at me a little while ago, man. I mean, see, if you
look at him, licking.
See how he said he came at him a little while ago? See, all that, he looked like he confused, but come near him. See, and it's transferred through saliva. Once that dog bites you, you got rabies. Okay? Once that's the thing, that's how you think a zombie transfers it. Okay? And why you think a zombie's brain is dead? It has no function whatsoever because that's what the fungus does. It takes over the brain. All right? And they will transfer it through a bite, or if you get that saliva in your mouth or eyes or anything like that, you are infected. And this is the thing about rabies. This is why the genetically modified version of it is so dangerous. Because rabies, as we know it, once you show symptoms, you're dead. It's a wrap. Even if you have access to intensive care, once you show symptoms and you have rabies, you're dead. That's what you need to know. 100% mortality. Period. So like I said, you know, because we get so wrapped up, we be letting people confuse us, limit us, you know, like these, like I said, Sambo boot looking, tap dancing, zip cooning, shoe shining, metrosexual ass niggas like Kevin Samuels. All these niggas who talking all this shit. Tommy Soderman. You know these niggas don't like females. Jesse Lee Peterson, they don't like females. But I'm going to tell you why they pop up on y'all feed. I'm going to tell you why your YouTube's algorithm is this way. It's because if you conscious and you a revolutionary at heart, and you know that you trying to achieve liberation in thought first, you know you're going to run into, YouTube is going to put these people on your feed. And it's going to send your energy off, and you're going to start making comments. You're going to get irritated, and you're going to start making phone calls to your partners, or ladies going to start making phone calls to their girls, and y'all going to start talking about what the fuck these fuck niggas done said. Okay? That's why they there. We don't listen to them. Talking about somebody sending because, oh, I'll tell you how to get a high value man. That's the world ending. Holla at me when the world ends. See what your metrosexual ass gonna be doing then. Because see, this is what you don't understand. They done tricked you out the biggest resource. Think about this. I'm about to drop a jewel on your ass. I'm about to drop a jewel on your ass. And tell me once again, like I said, they done put it in their movies. And I Am Legend with Will Smith. Think about it. The man had everything. He was driving around in a Ford Mustang. Now think about this. You know, he had access to shit, so everybody clowning, trying to get everything they can get, right? Cars, make sure they stocked up on gas, guns, all that shit, food. Will Smith had all that shit in the movie. All that shit in the movie, right? But he didn't have human contact. He went crazy because of this shit. That's what these blancos know. The ones who rule the elite. It don't matter how prepared you are. When I wipe everybody out around you, what the fuck you gonna do? How many people can survive without human contact? They've already conducted this experiment on you. You can't even stay in the crib. How you gonna live without other people? You see how they created a dichotomy within you? You run around here like, yeah, I do shit on my own. It's all about me. Fuck everybody. I pay me. Hey, if you own what you own, you ain't own what I'm on. Nah, he finna show you the real human experiment. You finna be like, I Am Legend if your ass survive, and then be searching, trying to, oh, is there other people? Be like Will Smith on the radio. Is anybody out there? If anybody's out there, anybody. What? Why he need people? He got the cars. He got shit, shit to defend himself. He got enough food. He should be happy, right? You better wake your ass up. Let me show you who you dealing with, like I said again. Because I know sometimes some of this shit be funny. But it's not. It's just to show you like what they will do, because at the bottom level is the, like I said, the lowest form of energy. So the individuals who they don't give power to, they succumb to the base to base level emotions and to the fundamental levels of expression of their wolf-like energy. You gotta think about that, man. Like I said, even at the highest levels, they always associate themselves with the dog. At the highest level, Wall Street. What was the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Wolf of Wall Street. Okay? Then you go down to the lower levels and what you get. I'm gonna show you what you get. Hold on. I mean, look at that shit. They more athletic on all fours. And see, you know, you have bitch niggas like Tommy Sotomayor and Jesse Lee Peterson, because, you know, they want to be white. I just wish the Most High just zap their melanin off their ass. I really do. I just pray. That's what I pray for. If I ever do pray, take people melanin away. Let them not, they don't want the gift, don't let them have it. But he had something on, he had a topic that he was dealing with, talking about how white women was asking black women why they so jealous of them and blah, blah, blah. And white women starting to get these asses or something. I don't know what he was talking about. All I know is I know nature's laws, and I know that I don't care how good your Blanco woman look. When she hit 30, 40, nigga, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You can say what you want to say. It's a wrap. And they trying to convince black women who age like wine made from the gods. And they supposed to be jealous. And then unfortunately some are. Some are. But I'm telling you, man, you don't, when you come into the full appreciation of a queen, they wake me up. Like I said, one got me here, obviously. Another one woke me up mentally in the form of Dr. Francis Quest Wilson. And I remember a sister that I met in Atlanta who exposed me to, great thinkers. I swear on everything I love. And I actually wrote that into responded to one of my subscribers and told him about the experience I had with the great Dr. Delbert Blair. You know what I'm saying? I was, I went to, a cafe with I ain't gonna say her name because I don't know if she's gonna end up watching. I don't know if she want me to say her name, but you know what I'm saying? But I went to a function that he was there and he had me read because he had some source, lights was kind of dim, all of that different stuff. But, fact of the matter is he gave me a compliment. He's like, you're a great reader. That was my first time meeting him, but he blew my mind on a lot of the things that he knew. But to make a long story short, my sisters have always exposed me to higher levels of thinking. And so I haven't had other people experience it. So I can't think for other black men, and I can't speak for other black men, but I know I've been blessed. I've been blessed. You see what I'm saying? Anytime Most High let me know that a being brought me here and they nurtured me, cared for me when I was in my most vulnerable state. When I was in my most vulnerable state. Man, you niggas better get some business because the Most High looking at you. The Most High looking at you, niggas. You will pay. You gonna die the worst death. Okay? Because let's go. Let's show you. Let's show you the energy. Like I said before, I'm here to show you the energy. Where's that timestamp at? Where's that timestamp at? We're gonna go to 319 of this timestamp right here.
All of our family was there. It was an important day for all of us. And after they met Brandon and Hailey, the most magical thing happened. Tonka's a very vocal dog, so he started howling. And then the little P chimed in. It was such an emotional experience because it really felt like they were singing out to Chris, and they knew that everything was going to finally be okay.
fuck out of here. They speak the shit. Fuck is you talking about, man? Trying to make my queens feel like, man, you better get mad. I'm telling y'all niggas, bro. Telling y'all niggas, bro. So this is what I'm saying, like, this is why I also recommend, like, to my melanated guys and guys, don't let nobody make your world small. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to make a statement that's gonna seem grandiose, right? That's gonna seem grandiose. But the crazy part about it is I know for some of us, because we just conditioned. All right? Because people limit us. Remember I talked to you about this, the melanin molecule. It's the godlike molecule that we've been blessed with, that we've inherited. That is our birthright. We need to take advantage of that. And we know that we exist along these equatorial latitudes. We're tropical people. And that's how we maximize our electrical potential, right? From our central power source of radiation, right? And so the fact of the matter is that you're going to find us all along the equator, period. You see, maximizing our potential. So with that being said, we have to realize that the people who are blessed are those with the melanin and the black-brown combination. Everybody says, oh, we're black, I'm not black, blah, blah. What's this? What color is this? Can this grow without the skin? Bitch, hair come out the skin. You can't grow hair without skin. And this shit is black. It's cold. Stupid. Shut up. Oh, I'm not black. It said black-brown combination of melanin. Dumbass niggas, man. But fact of the matter is, like I'm saying, is that I would say this. What's my grandiose statement? I date a Mexican chick. Now, pause. And I would really date a Mexican chick. I know people like, oh, I know my sister's like, what? Mexican chick? Is they about to struggle? I'm finna show you a video. You know, I always bring, look, this is, and I know initially some people may be like, what is he talking about? See, foundational black America and all this, on that, and blah, blah, blah. Let me show you where the power of melanin, where it's always at. And I guarantee you, you're going to look at a real Mexican different. Like I said, I date a Mexican chick. Let's get it. First of all, let's get it. Hold on.
Todas las danzas son del noroeste de África. Nosotros elegimos esa región porque nos dimos cuenta a través del internet que los esclavos que fueron extraídos de allá llegaron hasta acá a nuestro pueblo, Coyantes, y entonces empezamos a indagar y retomamos esas danzas. Seguimos bailando porque intentamos dar a conocer nuestra cultura y a través del baile nosotros pretendemos invitar, atraer a los jóvenes para que se unan a nosotros y así consolidar nuestra cultura, consolidar nuestra propia identidad como pueblo negro.
See what she identify as? And then it also stated the Mexicans there most Mexicans there don't even know these Africans and real Mexicans. You see what I'm saying? How dare would I ever forget my mother bringing me here, the energy that got me here? I'm 40 years old. Straight out of mama, and niggas acting like they ready to go back to Africa. Acting like, nigga, if you forgot your mama and the history that, and the connection that, and you don't want to see a reflection of you being made again, how in the fuck you gonna talk about going back to the motherland and you forgot your own damn mother? Niggas got me tripped out, bro. All right? Because, look, let me show you. Let me show you something. Because, you know, these niggas always, and this is why I want to try to end these arguments about reparations and all of that different shit. I'm going to show you a video right quick because we're going to get right into it because I don't want to waste time on any of these things. And we're just going to get right into it. It's just a 2-minute video. We don't even really have to play it all.
Here is your latest African news. French government finally agrees to return looted African artifacts. The recent decision by the French government will see a Dahomey throne return to Benin and a prized sword return to Senegal, among several other stolen artifacts. The French parliament voted in favor of returning looted artifacts to Benin and Senegal. The National Assembly had 48 votes in favor of the decision, none against, and 2 abstentions, according to Euronews. Currently, there are millions of stolen African artifacts all over Europe and America. Benin will reportedly receive a throne taken in 1892 from the palace of Bahanzin, the last king of what was then Dahomey. Senegal will have a sword that belonged to a 19th century sheikh returned to the country. Additionally, Benin will receive 26 pieces of the treasure of Bahanzin, including the throne of King Glele, who ruled from 1858 until 1889. Senegal will reportedly have a 19th century sword belonging to El Hajj Omar, a major political and military figure, returned. King Glele's throne was the main attraction in France's Quai-Branly-Jacques Chirac Museum in Paris. France has admitted to hoarding over 300,000 artifacts from around the world, about a third of which belong to Africa. But this seems to just be PR for the French government because in October, a French judge reportedly fined African activist Emery Mwazulu Diabanza just over $1,000 for allegedly removing a stolen sacred Chadian funeral statue from a French museum.
They got that motherfucker.
The French judge claimed the hefty fine was to discourage such acts and suggested other ways of drawing the attention of politicians to the public issue of colonial cultural theft, implying that it's actually only the French who have sole say of when Africa can get its stolen artifacts back.
Colonial cultural theft. Now think about this shit. Now think about reparations right quick. And juxtapose this to reparations, right? Place it right next to it. And then what do you have? If these blancos ain't gonna give you your own shit back that you can touch. I mean, damn, they had that shit welded down. They wouldn't even let, I don't even know what the nigga stole, because if that's what he stole, I don't know how the hell he got it out. They got your shit welded down in their museums. If they won't give you shit back that you can touch and feel, how the fuck they gonna give you reparations? And they hundreds of thousands, because 1/3 of the 300,000 are thousands of artifacts. They was only agreeing back to get back a couple hundred. Read the book Loot, L-O-O-T. Oh, that's a fascinating book. And this is the other question you should ask yourself. If we so backward, if we so uncivilized, if we so subhuman, what in the fuck you got our artifacts for? Give us our shit back. Y'all need to start making this make sense. That's what makes sense. You see what I'm saying? And it's always, like I said, they got us capturing the energy. Like I said, we talk about this male and female complex. You know, oh, well, they say, oh, well, yeah, you know, women, what did they call us? A derogatory term. What did they say? When you're talking about males, oh, that man's a dog. Black man specifically, oh, he a dog. He, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. Once again, identifying with the dog. And then men used to even call it, oh, that's my dog right there. Because what? The white man said that a dog is a man's best friend. Not his woman. Not his woman, but a dog. And then so, in essence, what black people do, when you had a best friend, you called him your dog. And then when a woman we mad at a woman, or a woman is just giving her own self a pet name, she calls herself a female dog. And then when you having sex with her, our favorite position is doggy style. Let me tell you something. I don't fuck like no dog. Now, she might need some knee pads and shoulder pads and a helmet when she fuck with a nigga, because I'm a little rough. But I do not fuck like no dog. I leave that for y'all if that's what the fuck y'all want to do. Hey, Rue don't even fuck around. You see what I'm saying? But we got to start getting this shit straight. Now, I was even hearing somebody talking about, Liberia, Liberia. And we know, if you know your homework, you know that was started by the American Colonization Society in the early 1800s. They were sending niggas back to Africa before the Civil War. Make that make sense. I think in 1787, the English had started their colony, Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone and Liberia are colonies that were started by European powers. Get your history straight, niggas. All I know is I be killing you niggas. You see what I'm saying? So you know, you have to understand this, man. You know, the war is on and popping. It's accelerated. And you know, if they're talking about something with is a high 70, 80, 100% mortality, you're talking about a genetically modified strain of rabies. That's it. I brought it to you. You know how I rock. I'm not off. You know I don't make no motherfucking mistakes, especially when you're rocking with the FOF squad. Let's get it.